Hello. The weekend, the 26th to the 28th of December. The ultimate last weekend in the year 2025, and the last weekend we have in the month of December. So yeah, loading up towards the new year, loading up towards 2026. And on Saturday, the 27th, we will have the first quarter moon in the zodiac sign of Aries. So that is a very powerful energy, because the first quarter moon is, of course, taking more action towards the intention that you set on the new moon that we had a week ago. And within a week we have a full moon in the zodiac sign of Cancer, I think. Yeah. And what are you going to take action towards? So let's see. Let's look at the weekend first of all. Maybe some of you still have a Christmas holiday. And because at least in my home country, we have a lot of bank holidays that are closed in between the weekend and the celebration. So maybe there will be many days with your family. It can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing. So with that said, let's look at the cards, messages from the angels, messages from spirit about the upcoming weekend. So as always, I pulled out some oracle cards. There are messages at the back, something that spirit wants you to focus on throughout the weekend. Maybe some of you will go to a party, because since yesterday when I'm shooting this, to me was Christmas Eve, and I suddenly started to hear a song, an old disco tune from 1979, and it's called Born to Be Alive. And this is a really funky song, and full of energy. And the text, the lyrics are of course very, very, very simple, easy to remember. This guy, he literally only sings, "We were born to be alive. We were born to be alive." And maybe that is a mantra that we all should embrace now, because the next year we are in, as I said, in numerology, we are starting at the year number 1. So maybe it's something about claiming this. Maybe you have felt with the year of the snake, felt that maybe you have something has died, metaphorically. Of course, it's the old version of yourself that has passed away, and maybe you have been grieving. At least I have been grieving a little bit, and of the loss of my old self. And I have been looking for a direction of, if I'm not myself, the one that I know, if I'm not myself, the one that I knew anymore, who am I? Who am I then? And we all have to get to know ourselves in a new way. And with the first quarter moon in the zodiac sign of Aries, of course, Aries is the first of the Western astrology, within the Western astrology. And it's all about the ego. It's all about the self, right? So I will, as always, make an additional separate video about that energy. Let's look at the weekend, first of all. Gifts from God. Interesting. We angels bring you gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive. So what is this gift? To me, I feel that to me it has been a more profound and deeper spiritual awakening, because I have had so many interesting messages throughout the last days now. So for me, it's my spiritual gifts heightening up. I'm getting more attuned with my spiritual intuition and my spiritual gifts. But whatever this is for you, maybe you have the gift of writing, I don't know, maybe the gift of love, showing more love and attention, because so much pink in the background here. Maybe some of you will get love, a loved one, a significant other. So take it as it resonates. For some of you, when I'm talking about love, maybe for some of you, we are in the Christmas days, and no, from romantic movies, you know. I watched against my will. I watched a lot of romantic movies with the Christmas theme, of course. And of course, the theme is, they meet a significant one in the days up until Christmas, and someone get engaged and proposed to on Christmas Eve, for example, or some literally get married, even though they just have known each other for a few days. I don't know if I will advise you to to get married as quickly as that. Of course, it can work out, and again, it might not. But nevertheless, a proposal or engagement at least, yes. So let's see, clear audience. Yes, that is something I definitely have had throughout the last days. I've heard so many songs that I have not been that are not my songs that I usually like to sing, or usually think a lot about. For example, as I said in the intro, this song, Born to Be Alive. I have not thought of this song since I heard it on some streaming on the internet. Yeah, it was streaming on the internet maybe 3 or 4 years ago. But suddenly, boom, it hit me. Born to Be Alive. So yeah, maybe you are like me. Maybe you tune messages through song. Maybe you are like poems. I don't know. Or maybe you just stumble across a conversation at the bus, at the metro. If you're going by airplane throughout the weekend. So yeah, take it as it resonates. You stumble across something, a guidance that you hear, either from within yourself as me, or from others. Next, teaching and learning. Again, we have this teaching and learning card. So Look at the same colors here. All pink. Pink, pink, pink. So I heard a message from a song from my home country. And it's in my native tongue. But one of the sentences, one of the lyrics in that song is, remember that the message from Christmas, the Christmas message, yeah, what Christmas is all about. It's all about love and all about peace. So with all the pink here, I feel that there are something about love and peace, of course. Showing showing love to others that are less fortunate. For example, before I started to record this video, I was on another social media channel, and I watched a person who were in a church and helped with serving Christmas dinner to people less fortunate, people living on the street and don't have a home, or literally poor people that hasn't afford to buy Christmas food, or maybe just people that are alone. Yeah, there are unfortunately many people that are alone in this time of different reasons, of course. Maybe they have fled from war and they are in this foreign country alone with without family or any friends. That can be a tough one. I know that myself, because now I am not a refugee. I call myself a refugee from climate because I moved from a very cold country to a very much warmer and warmer country. But of course, this was a choice of mine. This was nothing that I had to do, right? So that is the difference. But the thing I was going to say about, I understand now the difficulties with coming to another country alone, and you don't have any social circle, you don't understand the language, you are not integrated within the culture, and it's hard, because first of all because of the language, but second of course because the people see you as different. And I know I'm different because I'm not originally from this country, and people can see when they look at me, they understand that I am not from around here. So, but I try very hard to integrate, of course, but I understand now from a refugee point of view that it's difficult to be integrated and be a part of a new community with people that are not like yourself or are originally from your own like yourself. I'm talking about language and talking about how you look. and of course the culture. So let's see. This weekend will be a transformative weekend, absolutely. Because we are at the new stage of getting now to know your new you. And to me, it has been tough. It has been tough, first of all, to shed my skin and to recreate myself, reinvent myself, accept, but actually I'm not actually I wasn't recreating myself, because we were just becoming the one that we always were, and the one that we always were meant to be. But it's of course difficult to accept that the version of you that you were, that you have used so many years of your life. I don't know, for me it feels like I have used so many years of my life being the wrong person. And I don't know, somewhat it feels to me a little bit, why couldn't I just become the one that I was meant to be the first time? Why did I have to go through all this SHIT, right? But of course it was for me to grow stronger, and I guess that is something for you too. Now let's see. Friday, taking a pause, yes. Going within, balancing your chakras. You're supported by, I don't know if it's heron or if it's cranes. I'm not sure the difference between these birds. But your cup are overflowing. And this is of course the gift of God. Look at this giant cup in the background is overflowing and are starting to fill the other 3 cups that maybe you felt have been missing. There's something that has been missing in your life. To me, the 3s are of course mind, body and soul. The 3s to me are always, to me, mind, body and soul. To you, it in spirituality, it can mean God, Jesus and the Holy Spirit, of course. But if we are trying to pull this down to earth and make it sense to us, of course, mind, body and spirit is the Holy Trinity. Let's look at Saturday. 2 4s, 4 4, beautiful. Here you can see the 4 elements: air, water, earth and fire in a balanced harmony. They are really solid within this frame of rock here. And of course the 5th element is yourself. So this is very interesting. We go from the mind, body and soul, the Holy Trinity, and we are now to the 5-pointed star. The 5-pointed star, the 4 elements and yourself. Interesting. More grounded energy on Saturday. And Sunday, the 2 of Swords. the duality between the light and the darkness, but I feel that this is not a duality anymore. This is integrating. This is the integration of the light and the dark within yourself. As I've talked many times previously about the shadow within, you know, the attributes of yourself that actually need to be in the light, because it's of course a part of you too. So yeah, you're integrating now. You're bringing forth the shadow into the light now, and you feel more harmonious and integrated because you are coming through this transformative energy now. Beautiful. You have learned about yourself. You have learned about yourself now. And maybe the things that you have been learning about yourself, you want to teach others. Let's look. Ooh, this is so beautiful. This always reminds me of, you know, I almost said dancing, dancing through the rainbow, but yeah, this feels like, you know, when you were a child and you imagined how your life was going to be. This reminds me of My Little Pony. I remember I had a beautiful, I had actually a rainbow pony. I had a similar pony like this. It was blue and it had a rainbow on his bottom. I really loved that that little pony. Six of Cups is of course something from the past, so maybe this is talking about not direct a reconciliation with the past, but it's accepting that the past is the past. Yeah, with the transformation here. As I said within this video, acknowledging that all these years of being the old version of yourself, of course, was not something that was wasted. It was something that wasn't wasted, of course, because it was teaching you how to grow and it was teaching you to become stronger. And of course, maybe learn more about yourself. What do you like? What do you dislike? How actually do you want your life to be? Do you want a life people pleasing? Or do you want a life where you take action with your own needs and with your own purpose and your own interests? Not in an egotistic way, but for you to evolve and grow. And find again the spark and the enthusiasm in your life. Yeah. Okay. I thank you so much for watching this beautiful message. I wish you all the best for the weekend ahead, and take care of yourself. Bye for now.